G'day, hey, today I'm going to show you my favourite grip. So these are an ODI Lock On Grip. So for years, I used to be a guy that would put my hand grips on and I'd tie them on with wire. But then I've got onto these ODIs probably 8 years ago and I have not used a different grip since then. So what we're going to do on the Kawasaki, we're going to get rid of the old grips, throw these on. So yeah, let's get underway. First thing, we'll just cut these shit Kawasaki grips off. Alright, getting the old grip off was a bit of a battle. They use a vulcanizing glue now, so the old one was like literally melted to the handlebar. So we'll get rid of all this rubbish and I'm going to show you how I give the handlebar a quick little clean up before I put the new grips on. Wire brush and the end of a battery drill. Safety first, ladies and gentlemen. It's really rare for me. Okay, we've got all the old rubber off the grip, so that just with a wire brush gave it a hit. So that's all good to go. Mountain biking industry have been using these grips for a long time. So come in a nice little package. They're basically just a clamp-on grip. Don't forget the instructions are on the inside, so get rid of that before you try and slip them on. Okay, 3mm Allen key. Grip has a plug in the end of it. If you're worried about it for scrutineering at motocross, etc., drop a 5-cent coin in there. But pretty much, if I've cleaned the bar good enough and back it off a little bit. So one of the biggest things as a dirt bike rider is loose hand grips. So once I've got onto these things, mate, I'll never go back. These are a non-waffle grip. I don't like riding in mud and rain because I'm so fussy now. So these are just a non-waffle, just a round grip. Slip them on, tighten them up. Done. That's it. That will never go anywhere. And these grips, I've been getting great life out of them as well. So literally the life of a bike for me every single time, unless I crash and rip the end of a grip. So that's the clutch side done. Now let's work on the throttle side, show you how that's done. So in the pack, you actually get different cams for different bike applications. So you can see there it has a slip-on the end, has like a hexagonal thing, octagonal, hexagonal. Okay, so what you do is look on the instructions. It will tell you what cam you need for your bike. So I can't see, so I'm gonna get some glasses. Rightio, so we go down here, Kawasaki. There we are, KX250, KX450, 4-stroke. We are looking for cam A on here. So that was cam B that it came with. They give you multiple cams in here. How are those glasses looking, eh? So distinguished. We look for cam A. They just have little tags on them. That's it, cam A. All right. We slip it on here. It has a one way that it can go. There's like a recess in there. Because this is a non-waffle, so it's just round all the way around, so I don't have to worry about what position it's in. Just slip that in there. That's done. Now I'll take the throttle off and we'll change that over. Bike manufacturers, I don't know why they're still using Phillips heads on these things. But anyway, so 2 Phillips head screws on the throttle. Man. There's some strong guys in Japan. Need a bigger screwdriver. Is it that much more expensive to buy 8mm hex head bolts? Right, well that's not going to work either. So Kawasaki, your bolts are shit. So good that I'm not endorsed by any bike product because I can lay shit on them. Mate. How tight do you need the throttle? Come on. I'm going to put an impact driver on it. So these screws are shit. Before I reassemble it, I'll try and find some little hex head ones to put back in there. They are just rubbish. Anyways, you're getting the hang of what I'm doing here. So pull that apart. Pull the 2 sides off the throttle. Two cables out. Pretty simple. I'm just going to get a little bit of WD-40, spray on the inside of that. Right, WD-40. Hey, little hot tip here. A few years ago, I used chain lube to do this. And then I raced in the middle of winter. And what happened was the chain lube, which was a wax, went thick and the throttle literally was semi-jammed. I couldn't even move the throttle. So, okay, so that one's on there. We just slip our 2 halves of the throttle back on. Rightio. Now I'm just going to go try and find some small hex head bolts to replace the 2 Phillips head ones that are rooted. Back in a sec. We're back. Got some little Phillips, some Allen key bolts. So a lot nicer. Kawasaki, that must cost so much more to use those. Just saying. Phillips heads are for kitchen cupboards, not for motorcycles. Righto, so we just make sure we're up on the end of the grip, back it off a couple of mil, end of the handlebar, I mean, nice and free action, clamp it up, slip the little, if it's not on, it's not on, little condom back on, rubber on there, we are done. Great grips. Hey, little tip here as well. A lot of people get a sore on their inside of their hand here, and what it can be sometimes is, let me just turn this down. If your kill button is too close to the grip, check it, just have a look at it on your motocross bike. If your kill button's too close, when you're riding, your hand touches the kill button and it can give you like a blister here. So move your kill button down just a couple of millimeters. So I'll show you where I sort of normally sit mine. So I'll grab a screwdriver. And one other thing with my kill button position, if I stand and come too far forward, I can hit that with my leg. So I tend to put it in a little bit higher position, right? So it's more up on top, so my leg can't hit it and kill it. And I did do that a few times cross-country racing, actually. So I tend to put the kill button a little bit away from here and a little bit higher. All right, pretty simple. There you go, super quick little bike tip. ODI grips. I think Pro Taper make a lock-on grip now as well. Come from the mountain bike industry. ODI was pumping these things out on mountain bikes 20 years ago. It's great to have them on motocross bikes. They're a great product. You don't have to worry about tying them on or gluing them on. And when you want to replace them, it's literally a 5-minute job. So jump online to MX Store. Check the guys out there. They've got them all in stock. I literally buy them online. They're delivered to my house the next day. So mxstore.com.au, ODI grips. These are the non-waffles. They're my go-to grips. So also jump onto my website, oldmanspeed.com, and 20% off any of our clothing range. I've got caps, beanies, hoodies, tees, got a couple of different t-shirts. One that for the 2-stroke guys says, if it ain't broke, if it's blowing smoke. So if you're into a 2-stroke, jump on board, get one of them. 20% off, use the code MD74. I'll put the links and everything down in the description below. Thanks for watching everyone, and more tips coming soon. See ya.